South Park is back, and they went scorched earth on Trump and his administration. I can't wait to show you this. Also on Netanyahu as well. And I have texts from a White House insider alleging things that might not surprise you about Stephen Miller's wife, Katie Miller. And Katie Miller was actually on Fox News talking about her sex life with Stephen. And I'm so sorry that I'm going to have to bring you that. But before we get to that, if you could please hit like on this video. And if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. We're almost at 900,000 subscribers and you could help us reach that goal. Okay, let's get to this. First, let us go to this South Park clip because it is fantastic.
Bad news! They're called prediction market apps. And of course, the #1 trending bet on the apps, will President Trump and Satan's baby be a boy or a girl? On Kalshi, 54% are betting it's gonna be a boy, while bettors on Polymarket are at nearly 60% the demonic butt baby's gonna be a girl.
Another gift for the baby. Another present for the baby? What about me? It is going to completely change your life, though. What are you talking about? Well, when the baby comes, you will have to give it all your attention. No more dinner parties in the Rose Garden. No more baseball games. No more traveling. No more long nights at Mar-a-Lago.
You know, I actually did a piece on Trump and how he's very similar to what the Christians think of as the antichrist. And here's a little bit of that. This person who represents so little of what Christianity is has wrapped himself up in the Christian beliefs. Now, I just want to define a little bit what the Antichrist is, because he will deceive with religion. He will appear spiritual, but actually turn people away from Christ. He will be a deceiver. He will mislead people while appearing strong or righteous. Ching! He will exalt himself. He will set himself up as the greatest, boasting and demanding loyalty. Baby, check, check. He will speak blasphemously. He will speak arrogantly against God. Yes, he's done that. I have a clip here where he has said before that he has never asked God for forgiveness.
Have you ever asked God for forgiveness? I'm not sure I have. I just go and try and do a better job from there. I don't think so.
And he also said previously that he's the chosen one. He will be lawless. He will disregard rules, norms, and higher authority. Gain global influence. He will be admired and followed by multitudes. Now, that one's a little bit like, does anyone really admire him? I don't know. I guess a lot of people do. I don't. He will use spectacle to keep people convinced. Use deceptive signs. And I believe there's also one about the mark of the beast that will be worn on their head. Red hats. And then South Park also just did, I'm gonna let them do it. What they did with Bibi Netanyahu was.
There you are, Mr. Netanyahu! Just who do you think you are? Killing thousands and flattening neighborhoods, then wrapping yourself in Judaism like it's some shield from criticism. You're making life for Jews miserable and life for American Jews impossible. Oh, don't you roll your eyes at me, mister. You know what you're doing, and you're doing it on purpose. Well, now...
No notes. No notes. All right, so let's get to this Stephen Miller clip, who, by the way, was talking to Jesse Waters. And I know that so much happens now that we actually don't even get to process all of it, but let us slow down for a second, because Jesse Waters was literally on Fox News and said that we should bomb the UN because Donald Trump's escalator stopped working.
What's going on with the escalator? What do you think?
Yeah, they sabotaged them.
Yeah.
And they could have hurt the First Lady.
Yeah.
Trump would have fallen and it would have gotten back up. But, you know,
they would have blamed it on his rhetoric.
And then they sabotaged the teleprompter.
Yeah.
I mean, this is an insurrection. And what we need to do is either leave the UN or we need to bomb it.
Yeah. Fox News just wages in conspiracy theories now that the escalator was broken by some UN official and that they intentionally stopped the teleprompter. That's insane. And I would like to see the evidence behind that, but they just say it they say it with no consequence or evidence. But also, what I don't need evidence of is Stephen Miller. Now, before we get to this clip where she highlights her sex life with Stephen Miller, who I don't ever want to imagine naked ever. Oh my God, it just almost popped into my brain. I don't ever want to think about that man doing anything without clothes on or with clothes on. I just would prefer not to think about him. I actually have texts from a White House insider, and this person who would know said this about Katie Miller. This is amazing. I cannot stress how much everyone dislikes her. The most senior people to the most junior in the White House. Everyone hates Katie Miller. And reporters universally despise her. So really, she had no choice but to get a podcast because no one wants to be around her. And I can see why when you're saying things like this.
You are married to Stephen Miller, so you are the envy of all women. What is that like?
A sexual matador, right?
What is it like being married to such a sexual matador?
He is an incredibly inspiring man who gets me going in the morning with his speeches being like, let's start the day. I am going to defeat the left and we are going to win. He wakes up the day ready to carry out the mission that President Trump was elected to do.
Ugh. It's crazy. Someone with no talent, no personality, but because she's connected to Stephen Miller and Elon Musk, which we know why they're all connected, is able to, one, have a podcast, and two, is in studio on Fox News being interviewed like her opinions matter when no one likes her and she's never done anything with her life. Fantastic. And clearly she's not in the right line of work. If you're talking about, like, why did she say sexual matador? That doesn't, like, what, of all the things you could talk about when talking about your husband in public, it's just wild to me. It's just wild. It's wild. And it's an offense on all of us because it's like terrorism. It puts the image in our brain. Woo. All right. Well, thank you for watching. If you like this video, please hit like on the video. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time.